the Real Wargamer with Rebel EL. Module 2 rules with the Module 2 Learning Scenario White Oak Swamp. Morale additions. Disruption and routed additions. Disrupted and routed units may not initiate an assault. Disrupted units may defend in an assault with a -3 fire line modification. Routed units may not fire in an assault. Disorganized units that are stacked with their flag and that execute the rally action need not roll a die. These units automatically rally. Morale modifiers. When a unit makes a disorganization check, or when it attempts to rally, modify its morale according to the following schedule. Routed units are always out of command and have their morale reduced by 1. All units have their morale reduced by 1 for each O hit they have suffered. For example, a unit that began with a morale of 6 and that has suffered 2 O hits now has an adjusted morale of 4. A unit fired upon or assaulted through a flank hex side has its morale reduced by 1 for that combat only. If a unit is stacked with its flag, increase its morale by 1. A unit is disorganized, routed, or disrupted whenever the disorganization check die roll exceeds its modified morale. Okay, so it is game turn 4. It is P2 action segment. I should say P2 action segment F because there are 2 per game turn. P2 is the Confederate player in this scenario. So here's their next line. I finished all of the action over here. So this is Regiment 3-1, okay, and 4-1. They're going to advance all along the line here. In what order? Let's see, 1. Okay, I'll try this. I'm going to take the 3-1 stack here, which is the regimental flag in 3 companies. And so I'll do this correctly here. They are in woods. So I think it's 4. I think it's 4 for woods. Yep, 4 for woods. And +1 for entering the EZOC for 5. Oh, and there's a change of elevation as well. That's pretty hard to see, but the elevation line goes like this, and it goes around here, but it's only very, very faint. Yeah, it's faint for naked eye as well. Here's another example. These 2 are 1 elevation higher. Again, it is pretty faint, but they're going up, so I guess it's +1. Yeah. Okay, so it's 4 for the woods, +1 for going up the elevation, for 5, +1 for entering EZOC for 6. Should be 6, so they're going to move there. And then this is advance fire for the Union. And okay, we'll talk through this one again for my review. Let's see, so it's going to be Union advance fire. So it will be Union advance fire. Yeah, 2 companies firing. Okay. Procedure. So I think it's just. All right, we'll go through this. So it's we'll start with fire factor is 1 per company for 2 or each 1 times 4 for smoothbore musket at a range of 1 here. So that's 4 plus 4. So it's 4 per company, 2 companies, total of 8. Firepower. 8 firepower. And then, so we start on the 8-9 line. These are woods here, so it is -1 for the woods. Flanked advance. It is advanced. The target is advancing. That target status advance +1. So I guess that's even now. Charge skirmish under cover density. Not all of these line modifiers apply yet for the level 2 or module 2 that we're at here. But I keep listing them all. I keep looking at them all. Firing unit status. Disrupted. No, they're in good order. The Union are in good order. Advanced fire marker, not yet. Standing to fire volley. Whites of the eyes under cover. Okay. Oh, so it's even. So it's the 8-9 line. 3. You do want low. So it is a D. It is a D result. There's 3. Yep, D result for the Confederates there. So I think I go like that. And then the advanced fire mark goes on there. And this is significant because the next guys to move now, when they move up, I think that, I guess I'll verify it now, but I'm assuming both stacks get to fire. Because, as a matter of fact, I almost remember, yeah, a unit. Oh, whoops, that's pre-assault fire. So where is the limit? A unit may execute advanced fire as many times as it is eligible in a segment. It may advance fire more than one unit in a segment, including units that enter hex whose occupying units had already been subject to advance fire. Okay, so I do think that, but they still don't combine fire, though. I think it's still as a stack. So let me do this one first, because this one's easy, because this one's exactly the same, except now they have -2 because they have the advanced fire marker on them. So I think the net is a net -2. So the 8-9 line down to the 5 line. Ooh, they still get a 1 though. All right, that's a D as well. Oh, and this is going to be in order, I believe. So now when, I wonder, is that, I guess it's sequential. So here we have 3 companies. Yep, three companies. So I think that's a base 12. And then we have -1 for woods, +1 for advance, right. Disrupted is a status that affects the firing unit but not the target, which I guess in this type of 100-meter line smoothbore musket type warfare, I guess that does make sense. That a disrupted unit is really not that much less of a target. Okay. Oh. So we're even again. I guess so. This is on the 12 to 14 line. 7. Ooh, so it's a question mark. Okay, so it's a question. Here's 7. So it's the question mark, which means that it's the morale check, which is I guess it's just even. So the morale per the scenario is 6. Okay, they roll a 3, so they're fine. They pass their disorganization check, I think. That's again the problem terminology in this game. It's not very tight. I don't think I'm going over that in a lot of detail, but I have thought about it. I think the terminology in this game is a bit of a mess, but that goes on there. And that matter, this is just my little reminder marker. So because they're moving forward. See, I think I want to do this. They're going to move forward like that. Alright, so it's 3 good order union companies there. So they have a base of 12 as well. It is, again, it's -1 for the woods, +1 for advance fire again. Is that right? Yeah, even. Oh my, roll a 0. Best you can get. Ooh, that is a 2. That is a 2-0 hit. Wow. Okay. Let's see. So now, again, I'm playing that it's the unit must make organization check. It's fun. Organization check, disorganization check, morale check. All right. So it must be 6 minus 2 is 4, which makes it harder to pass. Yep. So they fail their disorganization check. So I think they're just disrupted right now. Let me verify that. Yeah, so if it's higher than, they fail their disorganization check, which means that they are disorganized, which is disrupted or routed. So they'd be routed if they were already disrupted, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember this from earlier play. Now and then they have the advance. So now, so it seems to, I don't know if this is just an illusion on my part, but it does seem to matter at least a tiny bit, the order here. So isn't that interesting? I don't know, was that intentional or not? So now they advance. Both of these stacks can fire these ones, but they each have advanced fire markers now, which means, okay, so they're both 3, so they're both 12s, -2 for, again, it's -1 for woods, +1 for advance, but then -2 for advance marker. There we go. That, yep, that seems to be it. So, but again, I have to do this in order. Does it matter? No, well, in this case, it certainly doesn't seem to matter, but I'll fire first with the center one with the, what do you call it, the battle flag. So 4, that is a D result. So here, they could be routed, right? They're disrupted. D result, units disrupted. Oh, here's where a unit may take an O hit in lieu of disruption by passing organization. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? It seems odd that you'd be able to do that between firings from in the same movement, but the same advanced fire. Do they deal with this? I mean, these rules are so, the terminology might be a bit of a mess, but the rules themselves are fairly comprehensive. So do they Do they explain this? I wonder. Huh. Alright, so I'm going to show what I mean. So if the next stack has a fairly good chance of routing that whole stack, I don't want that. So I want to roll against my morale. I'm rolling for this organization. See, I make it. Roll a 5. So that does seem... See, it seems... Okay, let me see if I can explain. So if I understand this literally correct, they avoided the disrupted purposely. They purposely avoided the disrupted to take 1-0 hit, which would seem to be better than, because now the next stack, I wonder if that's what's intended. See, that's a 4, which is a D result. So maybe now they can take disrupted. Or do they ever want to take disrupted? The whole line is disrupted there. Oh, but then again, well, we'll try it. So now they'll try. Oh, they pass, right? So it's going to be 6 minus 1 for the O hit, which is 5. Which means that they took another O hit, which seems awfully strange. Because now they're in an EZOC and they're not going to be able to adjust their stacking. So I think I want to know for sure, or at least have a really, really good idea, if in cases like this, were these two attacks supposed to be executed as if they were simultaneous, or are they successive? Because it sure looks to me like the outcomes are different. But then again, I don't know what's intended there. Wonder what kind of clarification I can get. Did I miss that? I gave them a Confederate advance fire. I guess that was in the wrong pile. Where are my advanced fire markers? There they are. All right. So advanced fire, disrupted, 2-0 hits, disrupted. So that was, and I'm leaving this stack here, by the way. I'll refuse that flank and just leave them be. And that ends the P2 action segment. So the next actions, or the next segment, is P1 action segment. So so that's significant. So we go right to the Union action segment. So these guys can all fire again, but they will have the -2. Wait a minute. Yeah, units with advanced fire markers on them may not fire in the next friendly small arms segment. So that's P1. But they're going to be removed. Still not sure what that's supposed to represent. When are they removed? Markers are removed. Advanced fire jets are removed at the end of every friendly action or small arm segment. So at the end of this next, so they do take the -2 penalty for the whole next segment, but at least at the end of this next segment, they did I do that right? Yeah. P2 Confederate. Yeah. All right. I'm reviewing too much in my head here.